Hey guys, it's Rick. I'm back for Pajama Crafter Stamps today, and we are going to be using the Inflow Balloon Bundle to create a fun springtime card, a take on my card from this card that I shared the other day during the sneak peek. We're going to do a version of this card, and I'm going to be using my Spectrum Noir Triblend markers to color with, and we're going to be making a focal image first. And I'm going to bring in my stamp wheel. I do have an alignment guide on the inside of it that is for a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of cardstock. It helps you get it in the center. So I've got that in my stamp wheel. You could use any kind of tool for this. As long as you can make a circle, you're pretty good. All right, I'm going to make my circle, I'm actually going to pull out my stamp set. I'm going to add this into the center because I want to make sure we have enough room. And I'm going to place my floral image right there. And that's what I'm going to start with. So I'm going to flip it over this way. I can move that. And I picked out some Distress inks in those colors. And we're going to stamp a little rainbow of flowers and add in some butterflies. So I'm going to ink up my first color, flip it over. Go ahead and ink that up again. So I'm going to do every 2 turns. The great thing about this is if I need to restamp, I can. All right, we're going to switch our stamp now to our little butterfly. So I want it to go right in there. I actually could bring it down just a tad. We're going to start right here. Make sure our placement's okay. There we go. And I'm going to alternate this time. I'm going to start with my yellow. I want my orange right next to the other one, so I did switch that into the other line. All right, this is our last turn. All right, so there is our wreath going around the edge. Now remember, you can also do this with the Misty. I'm going to pull in my, I've already pre-stamped and my watering can and my wheelbarrow from the Emblem stamp set. And I've already got my colors picked out. So we're going to go ahead and color this up. I'm going to start with my wheelbarrow. I'm going to add in my shadows first underneath these flowers here. That way I can go ahead and just color. Just like this. I'm around right here. I'm going to come under there. Add in that little shadow. There's also going to be a shadow here. On there. So I'm just going to blend this out with my next lightest color. And this is the Ice Gray blend. Now I'll blend that out with the lightest color. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the wheel underneath or on the side over here. We're going to have that. There will be just a little bit of a shadow there. I'll add that in there. Now I'm going to switch to the extended blend this time. This is the same color, it's just the extra colors. So I can color in my wheel. And this is IG10. Blend that out with IG7. Then I'm going to switch back to my first marker and blend that out with IG6. And we'll do our little spokes in there, just using that muted tone. And then we'll go ahead and do our shadows on this side. Because these are in, most of these are, we cast a shadow under here. So we're just going to add that in. And then we'll blend that out with our IG4. One thing to remember about these markers is the longer they sit, the more they actually blend. So our lightest color here. And then we'll do our metal under here. Under our wheelbarrow. So I add shadow there at the top and at the bottom. Because this would have a little shadow under that because it's overlapping. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to start off with my green next. And I'm going to use my Jade blend for this. And I will switch back and forth between each marker. Because I'm going to have a little bit of different color. I like to map out the leaves first. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. I found it a lot easier coloring this image to do it this way than it was to try to hunt for the flowers. So once you get this mapped in, colored in, then the flowers are actually all that's left. And this is Jade 7, Jade 3, and Jade 1. But I do like to have that little variety in there, so I'm going to use both of these markers. All right, I'm going to switch to the extended blend now. This is Jade 6, Jade 4, and Jade 2. That's going to be the rest of my leaves. I'm just double checking my image, make sure I got all my leaves. All right, I'm going to move to my next color, which is going to be my coral. And I'm going to color these flowers here with that. And I'm starting off with CR11, Coral 11, Coral 6, and Coral 1, which we will pull in these colors also to blend that out easier. That's actually a big jump. I'm coming in with the CR6. And I'm going to scribble off color over here to the side. Pick a little bit of that up. It's like doing the tip to tip and just picking it up, so you can get that blended out a little bit better. And then I'm going to switch to my 4 over on this side marker, so that that's not a super big jump. So we're going to color this. Now this one back here is going to be more in shadow, because there is a petal back underneath there. Same thing right there and under here. So we're not going to have as much of a blend on some of these as we do on others because of where they fall. Go ahead and do a couple with this combo. All right, we're going to come down here. I'm just going to blend that out. All right, I'm going to go with the other marker now. So for this one is Coral 10, 4, and 2. 3. Coral 3, and I'm going to do the tulips up here with this. Color combo. Just like that. We're going to add that one more spot, or a couple more spots. All right, I'm going to switch to my next color, which is my burnt orange blend. And this is BO4, BO3, and BO1. Add some centers in there while I'm at it. This last tulip in the orange. And this Gerber daisy down here. Then we'll put a couple over, one over here, so our eye travels across. All right. Now we're going to use our golden yellow blend for the rest of our flowers, and then we'll add in some of the other colors around the card. Same thing with this flower. Remember, if a petal overlaps another petal, it's going to be in shadow. This flower. Darkest color. We'll blend that out with my medium. And we're going to come back in and we're going to add some of these little flowers in here, and we're just going to add just a little bit of color. Don't have to have a lot. I think it's going to be orange, so I'm just going to dot a little color in with the stippling technique. So all that is just making little dots, letting them overlap. All right, let's color up our watering can. And I'm feeling red today, so that's what we're going to use. We're going to use our coral. I'm going to have the shadow coming from this left-hand side, or right-hand side. Inside of the can, we're just going to color the dark, so it would be the darkest. Have a shadow over here, maybe just a little right there. All right, there's all my coloring complete, so I'm going to cut these out with the matching dies, and we will finish up our card. All right, I've decided that around the edge, I want to add a little bit more color. So I'm going to come in with just the mustard seed that I used to begin with. And I want to add just a little color around the edge. At least that's what we're going to start with. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of the orange. And then we will blend those together until we get the blend that we like. Blend back and forth between the two. All right, we're going to pull in our Misty because we want to stamp the inside of our card front or our card base. I've got some green cardstock that I'm going to use as my card base. We're going to use the sentiment Spring has sprung on the inside of our card. And we're going to use the butterfly, our little flower. And I'm just going to stamp that in Rustic Wilderness, and I'm going to stamp it a couple times. So that way we can get a nice impression on the inside, because this will dry back maybe a little, probably a little bit. There's the inside of my card. And we're going to arrange our little floral piece here. That way we can find where our sentiment's going to go. I'm going to use my transparency to make sure I have this lined up. And I'm going to stamp it in VersaFine ink. While that's drying, I'm going to add foam tape to my wheelbarrow. Just pop that right there. And make sure we don't cover our sentiment up any. And then we're going to add a little piece of foam tape behind our watering can. Don't want it to hang off, so we need to get it as close over as possible. All right, I'm gonna add this to my card base, and it is going to fit the entire card front. I'm gonna add a little glitter to our flowers. Shimmer pen. Add some to our bucket. Also add a little highlight here. And then we're going to finish it off with some of our embellishments. I think I'm going to mix up the lemon twist and the fairy dust. I'm actually going to add some of those to the center of my card, to the flowers. And the fairy dust, we're going to add just a few. I'm going to add 3 around the sentiment. Or 3 at the bottom of the sentiment. And 2 on the other side. All right, my friends, there's a look at our card. That's how we made our little wreath on our other card, just halfway. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Stay crafty. Bye, guys. Love you.